Silver Creek School Corporation, May 10th, 2022, regular board meeting. We're going to have the Pledge of Allegiance and then notification follows.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this evening. We thank you for the beautiful weather outside. And we just thank you for all the blessings that you've given our corporation. We're so grateful for our teachers, our staff, our students, and the parents. We ask that you'll just continue to be with us, give us patience as we work to the end of the school year. We're so thankful for our leaders in the building and all around who make great decisions each day for our students. Be with us tonight and help us to guide us and give us direction in the ways you want us to go as far as improving our corporation curriculum, also our building projects and all the things that are upcoming. We thank you for a bright future and ask that you'll continue to bless our corporation. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Mr. Palmer. Roll call. Ms. Bright,
Here.
Mr. Basham,
Here.
and I am here. That is a quorum. Mr. Roundtree and Ms. Franklin were not able to make it tonight, so we wish them well. Emergency additions, revisions to the agenda.
Yes, good evening, everyone. I do have one addition to the agenda that will go under number 7, consent agenda. Letter B, personnel. Number 2, classified. And letter A, appointments. Would like to request to add Roman numeral 4, Sheila Mitchell, Silver Creek School Corporation Cafeteria, effective May 10th, 2022, posting number 0159. That is it. Thank you.
And you guys should have a copy of that in front of you. And going forward, we have the approval of minutes for April 25th, 2022. Do I have a motion?
I so moved to approve. You guys.
Yeah, okay. Approval to make a motion to approve the emergency additions.
I so move.
Ms. Bright makes a motion,
I second.
and Joe seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. Approval of minutes for April 25th, regular board meeting. Have a motion?
I
So
okay.
Go ahead.
I
Oh,
so
no, this is
There's only a
move.
couple you don't like. Okay, so that would be Ms. Bright makes the motion,
I second it.
and Joe seconds. All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. All opposed? Passes. Recognitions.
Yes, good evening again, everyone. Thanks for coming out this evening. Silver Creek Primary School Principal, Mrs. Abby Campbell. Mrs. Campbell, I'm going to defer to you.
Good evening. I'm very excited to be here this evening to recognize a very special group of our Silver Creek Primary staff. One of our goals at Silver Creek Primary instructionally is to make sure that our mathematics is aligned across the building. Lots of great things happening in all classrooms, but our goal this year was to make sure that we established some non-negotiables. So I reached out to the staff, and these lovely ladies that I'm going to introduce you to this evening volunteered their time to help us do a book study over Math Pact, establish parameters for a math block, and determine non-negotiables for the math block. They have allowed, by working with their grade level teams, we've gotten our supplies ordered. We have everything we need to hit the ground running on day 1 for next school year. So I could not be more proud of each of these educators, and I'm very grateful for their willingness to volunteer. So please join me in celebrating Sierra Kirch-Kessner. Sierra, come on up. Liz Cyphers couldn't be here this evening. Shelly Everhart, come on up. Don Hall, Maggie Epke, and then Miss Grantlin and Miss Mitchell couldn't be with us this evening. So please join me in giving these ladies a round of applause.
And ladies, if you'll hang out right there, we're going to come around and get a photo op with you, if that's okay.
Sure, I'll take it.
That was awesome. Thank you, Ms. Campbell, and congratulations to your team. Okay, Mr. Balmer, aka Mrs. Hawkins, for tonight.
All right, yes. Some SC spotlights and updates for the board. And again, Ms. Hawkins couldn't be here, so I'm sharing on her behalf. So beginning with our SC spotlights, our English learners. We want to start tonight by highlighting our English learner program. Each January, our EL students take the WIDA exam. WIDA stands for World Class Instructional Design and Assessment. WIDA is an English language proficiency assessment administered to kindergarten through 12th grade students who have been identified as English learners. The assessment is given annually to monitor student progress in acquiring academic English language proficiency. Silver Creek recently received WIDA scores for the 21-22 school year, and there are several things to celebrate. Number one, the amount of students at Silver Creek who scored a 5 in 2022 is 4 times more than the amount who scored a 5 or higher in 2021. 2, 71% of students increased their overall scale score this year. A scale score compares equivalent knowledge of students across multiple grade levels and is tracked over time. 3, 42% of EL students went up 1 or 2 proficiency levels, and the levels are relevant to the context of a particular grade level. They are grade level specific. Ultimately, we want proficiency levels to go up to match grade level expectations, but growth within the scale score is also an achievement. The results that our students have achieved this year are impressive. We are so proud of our students, the overall EL program, and how it continues to grow, and for the teachers and support staff who continue to support each student throughout their educational journey. We will be inviting EL students and staff to the next regular board meeting to publicly acknowledge their accomplishments. The Silver Creek High School senior trip. We would like to also recognize the efforts and dedication of 2 senior class faculty sponsors, Miss Amanda Albrand and Miss Elaine Harris. After 2 years of canceling our senior trip due to COVID-19, the trip was reinstated this year. The trip took place April 23rd to the 30th with 90 seniors and 8 chaperones. The trip was a resounding success due in a large part to the efforts of Miss Albrand and Mrs. Harris. SCHS staff received many compliments on the behavior of the group, and the students had a very fun and educational trip. In their first time planning the senior trip, Miss Albrand and Miss Harris did a phenomenal job. Some committee updates. Mental health. The final meeting was held on April 28, 2022. The 1-3-5-year plan was updated with activities for the 22-23 school year. This committee plans to meet once in the fall and once in the spring meeting to ensure we remain on track with proposed activities. The calendar item has been sent to committee members for a fall meeting. The textbook adoption committee. This committee met with multiple vendors in April. Representatives have been asked to make final contacts with peers and parent representatives to determine the vendor they would like to recommend. The treasurer and principal will both review selected items and ensure the fund at the building level can support the adoption. Committee recommendations are due to Ms. Hawkins by Wednesday, May 18th. The recommendations will be placed on the agenda for consideration at the May 24th meeting. We appreciate all the committee members' efforts and feedback throughout this semester. And wrapping up with the evaluation committee, the committee reviewed the feedback from the IDOE and added information to the staff handbook to correct the deficiencies. The 21-22 handbook was reviewed, and we discussed changing some wording to make sure the certified staff evaluation handbook addresses all certified staff instead of just teachers. Members also discussed the need to identify all rubrics being utilized at SCSC in the handbook. A draft for the 22-23 Certified Staff Evaluation Handbook has been created, and the information from the first meeting has been added, highlighted, and sent to the committee for review. And that concludes the spotlights and updates.
Thank you, Mr. Palmer. We currently have anybody for community input?
We do not have anyone signed up for community input.
Anybody who's here would like to have or add any community input? Okay. Then on to the consent agenda.
Okay. Consent agenda is as followed. Letter A, we have numbers 1, and then under 1, we have 1 and 2. A2, we have numbers 1 through 8. A3, numbers 1 through 3. Letter B, under number 1, letter A, 1 and 2. B2, letter A, 1 through 4. B2B, numbers 1 and 2. B3, letter A, and B4, letter A. And under C, we have numbers 1 through 3. And that is it for the consent agenda.
Okay, do we have a motion for approval?
Also move.
That's a motion by Mr. Basham.
I second.
Ms. Wright seconds. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? It passes 3-0. All right, discussion and action items. Retirements.
Recommend that the board take the retirements all together.
Yep. Okay. So on the retirements, we're gonna put all 3 together. Is that correct? Okay.
As long as the board doesn't mind.
Okay.
Okay, want me to read them?
Sure.
Okay. Retirements, Janice Jackson, Silver Creek High School fax teacher, effective May 27th, 2022. Julie O'Malley, Silver Creek High School English Language Arts teacher, effective May 27th, 2022. And Rhonda Steele, Silver Creek Middle School special education teacher, effective May 27th, 2022.
I know these 3 are not here, or at least I don't think they are they?
Are there,
Oh,
Julie's here. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But I just want to thank Miss Jackson, Miss O'Malley, and Miss Steele for their service at Silver Creek and all the time they've spent in education.
Mr. Basham.
I know a couple of them personally, and I have for a long time. And we're very fortunate at this campus that the staff we have that dedicated to stay. When in the past it was easy to move on to other corporations, but they like the atmosphere that we've had on this campus, and like to thank all 3 of them for staying. We're a better place for because of their work. Thank you.
I could not agree more. The sentiment is the same. I moved here because of the education that teachers like yourself provided that allowed us to come here. And so I truly appreciate your all the endeavors you're going to have. I hope the best for you and where you all move on to. So thank you so much for repping us very well. Thank you so much.
I have one comment.
Sure.
Julie, in case you weren't aware, you're at Silver Creek Middle School and not high school. My apologies on the typo. That's what I get just for reading and not thinking about when I'm reading.
Would you like to come up for a photo op?
Motion.
We okay. I have to put it out there. We're trying. If someone's here, we like to just recognize
Maybe
that. So we
afterwards?
appreciate you, and that's just
Well, wait
kind of
a
one
minute.
way for us to do
I
it.
didn't think this was optional. I didn't know we were asking people.
I'm considerate.
We will get one at the
Somebody's feelings
celebration.
and being in the public eye sometimes it's okay. Okay. Have a motion? Yep. Have a
I
motion?
so move.
Okay.
I'll second.
Joe seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Passes 3-0.
Great, thank you. Congratulations to our retirees, and we'll get a photo maybe at the end. I'm teasing. Okay, discussion action item, letter B, request to approve Jonathan Adams, assistant principal at Silver Creek Primary School, effective July 1, 2022, posting number 1108.
Am I having discussions? Okay. Does I have a motion to move?
I'll so move.
Mr. Mash makes
To
the motion.
I second.
Ms. Bright seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? It passes 3-0.
And Mr. Adams' wife is here. No, I'm teasing. Went back to a conversation we had before the meeting. Mr. Adams, congratulations and welcome. If you want to introduce who's with you and say a few words to the board, and then we'll defer to the board.
All right. Well, I would like to thank the board, Dr. Briggs and Ms. Campbell for the opportunity to be a part of the school corporation. This means a lot to my family and I. I'm originally from this area, grew up in Jeffersonville, and then we moved back up to Indianapolis about 20 years ago. And so it's an honor to be here. My wife's from Evansville, so that puts us closer to her home. And we can't wait to get down here and get to know everybody. And it's been a kind of a crazy few weeks with this great news. And so we're just, nothing but positive things, and can't wait to get down here and work with the kids and the staff and get into the community. And so today I have my wife, Abby, who's over there with, I'm sure you've been hearing Quinn on the mic, trying to tame her back there, but she's really excited to be here. We had a meet and greet with the staff earlier, and everybody's been so kind and generous, and she got a few cookies out of that, so she's happy with that. And then also my parents are down here, Dennis and Barbie, and so we're just very blessed to be here, and looking forward to this journey at Silver Creek School Corporation, and can't wait to get in here and help kids grow. That's my job, and I can't wait to do that, and looking forward to these opportunities. So thank you very much to all of you. Really appreciate it.
Congratulations and welcome. And it's actually a blessing to have a little bit extra voices in the background. Sometimes it gets kind of dull and mundane. So thank you so much. So
She can bring the energy for you.
love it. We love it.
Thank you all
So
very
thank
much.
you.
Welcome to SC.
Yeah,
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you very much.
We'd like a photo, please.
Ready? Hate to say it. Everybody knows.
That works. Comments, reports, and announcements.
Building principals, Mrs. Nunn. If I see you, we'll start with you.
Good thing.
Good evening. Some news from Silver Creek Middle School. First, I would like to personally thank Mrs. O'Malley and Mrs. Steele for all their years of service. Since Mrs. O'Malley left, I can say there are many, many years of service to CMS. Our students and our communities, they truly do bring life and fun to middle school, and that's half the battle. If you can bring fun and in the learning, it's great. This year, I got to observe both of them doing a dramatic lesson where Mrs. O'Malley stormed through the door, slammed the door shut, stomped around just so she could show her students how to add those adjectives to their writing to make it more interesting. So again, always a fun time when Mrs. O'Malley and Mrs. Steele are around. I'd also like to talk a little bit about our track team. Just a few notes, and then I'll say some of the names of the students who are on there. Last night, our Silver Creek boys won the Mid-Southern Conference for track over Corydon with the score of 117 to 87.5 points. It was a huge improvement from the 5th place finish that they had in 2021. The girls were runner-up last night to last year's state champions of Corydon Central. And again, they improved from their 5th place to 2nd place finish this year. This season has been spectacular. Just like the other sports seasons that we've had, our teams have combined to almost double in size of students being able to participate. They have really built a great culture of track in our building this year. Several of our athletes have met state qualifying marks and will be able to participate in the state meet at Indiana State University in Terre Haute on May 21st. So we're excited about that. A couple of notes. We have some records that have been beaten, some almost 20-year-old records. And so in the 800-meter run, it is now 2 minutes, 8 seconds, and that's Ryan Graham. 800 medley is 1 minute, 47 seconds. That's Ryan Graham, Kilo Lee, Lex Rose, and Aiden Tate. The 800-meter relay is now 1 minute, 41 seconds. Ryan Graham, Kilo Lee, Lex Rose, and Aiden Tate. And the long jump is now 19 feet, 4 1/4 inch by Donovan Whitehead. We've also added some girls events. Shot put was broken, and the old record was 33 feet. It is now 40 feet, 7 inches by Sophia Scott. Discus was last 94 feet, and Sophia Scott has thrown the discus 110 feet, 9 inches this year. So again, other athletes have done personal records and great records in this season. The 3,200 meter relay with Maddie Rose, Libby Cochert, Caroline Barenclaw, Keegan Cottle, our 200 meter hurdles with Reese McRae, and our 2,400 meter run with Caroline Barenclaw have all done exceedingly well. Just want to say a note of our track roster. Our 8th graders are David Baggett, Riley Clift, Jeremiah Coleman, Brady Day, Jaden Donaldson, Josh Goldman, Ryan Graham, CJ Hawkins, Logan James, Kilo Lee, Caden Llewellyn, Aiden Powell, Lucas Price, Brady Rankin, Lex Rose, Aiden Tate, Kale Wagner, Madison Batchelor, Keegan Cottle, Reagan Cook, Gabby Dickens, Libby Cochert, Maddie Rhodes, Zella Treadmar, Jameson, and our 7th graders now, Jameson Colwell, Lucas Donau, David Haynes, Gabe Lawrence, Trayton Lee, Isaac Ramirez, Trey Smith, Lucas Spa, Donovan Whitehead, Caroline Barenclaw, Mia I can never say her last name, Chomolowski, Rowan Cowell, Adeline Harbanu, Katie Haynes, Ainsley Kaiser, Bella McKim, Reese McRae, Sophia Scott, Cameron Thomas, Sarah Ward. In our 6th grade are Ryan Baggett, J.B. Banzan, Brady Clift, Eli Donaldson, Silas Fleming, Dane Nafis, Luke Miller, Landon Price, Chase Fees, Andrew Walker, Stella Boggs, Saria Khan, Demi DeWeese, Araya Groen, Avery Mayer, Aubrey Nifong, and Savannah Spillman. That's a great track team. Our coaches this year are Scott Barenclaw, Curtis Persinger, Brandon Mayer, and Caitlin Futter. They've been incredible to watch, and they've had very, very cold, rainy weather, and they have still broken state meets in less than ideal weather. So congratulations to our track meet. We're finishing up the year strong, getting our curriculum guides, our curriculum maps, our essential questions, our CFAs shored up. Our teachers are working really hard on that, and we're having a great end of the year. Anybody have any questions for us?
I would just say, it sounds like you're gonna have to get a bigger board for all the track records you're gonna have and maybe updates.
It is. Mr. Bile showed it to me. It is going to be on order very soon.
And I guarantee they're all excited for the new track and field they're gonna get out there. So
We're excited about all
Yeah.
the building. Absolutely.
awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dr. Eckert?
Good evening. A few things from Silver Creek High School. Of course, we had the senior trip, which Mr. Bomber talked about. Mr. Eckert's still trying to recover from all the walking and fun that we had. We had a great time. We've got a lot of things coming up. First off, on Friday, we have our senior awards program. That'll be in the gym. It'll be in the main gym. That'll be at 7:00. And then our junior senior prom is Saturday at the Grand in New Albany. It'll start at 7:00. So we're putting the final touches on those two events. I also want to mention next, not this coming Sunday, but the following, on May 22nd, we're having a Silver Creek Spring 2022 showcase for music and visual arts. This will be on Sunday, basically about 1 to about 6:00. There is a schedule of the middle school band will play at 2. The choirs will play at 3:30. There'll be an awards program at 5, and then the high school bands will play at 6:00. And also in the art room, there'll be a lot of the art on display as students are finishing up some of their bigger projects and so forth. So kind of an open house in the art room from 1 to 6:00, and that's room 301 in the back hallway of the high school. And again, that's Sunday, May 22nd. We have, as the school year is ending, we're finishing up some of our curricular events on Friday. We're having a 25th annual panel of entrepreneurs, and our Academy of Finance with Miss Jennifer Glazer. They've put this on for 25 years. We have 4 people coming to speak to the kids. And this event takes place in the GPR at Silver Creek High School, and it's a short event from 9:15 to 9:45, and that's Friday. On May 11th, from 1 to 2:00, we're having our 11th annual accounting fair, and again, that's from 1 to 2:00. That'll be in Miss Glazer's room, which is room 108, if you're interested in that. The other thing about the showcase, it is on our Facebook page. So if you want to get more information on that, you can refer to that. But those are some things we've got going on. Later, we have a senior retreat coming up Tuesday the 24th. That's an all-day retreat up at Country Lake. And, of course, we're getting ready for graduation and all that as well. So very busy time. Got a lot of good help, and I think we're going to have some special events for the kids here in the next couple of weeks. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Any questions?
I just had one question. How do you, I know we're kind of early into things, but how do you feel the planning process is going for what the middle school will look like when projects start and such?
Middle school or high school?
What did I say?
You said middle school.
High school.
Well, I think we're in pretty good shape. They've shared a lot of the final renderings, not final, but whatever they are, 75% or 90% with our teachers. And, they've done a very nice job of getting with our teachers. And, in most cases, the teachers are absolutely thrilled with the designs of the rooms. So our staff is very excited about it. Now we're getting a little leery about the shortage of rooms and things like that coming up. And I think, we may have to put some temporary rooms in the auxiliary gym. We're kind of right at the threshold of maybe doing that or maybe getting by without doing that. So we hope to find out more in the next couple of weeks, but our staff is very excited about the designs. I can tell you that. So, and we are, everybody's excited about it. The kids, what they've seen, they're excited as well. Maybe not the juniors and seniors, but the freshmen and sophomores are pretty excited about it.
So is that something that they plan or something that the administrators have to plan for?
Well, we're planning for it now. What rooms we can use. The big question for me is going to be if they take any more classrooms away, we're probably going to have to go to some type of temporary setup in the auxiliary gym, because they need some spaces for mechanical rooms, and I'm not sure exactly where that's going to be. So that's the next question I've got to get answered.
But you're working with their team logistically to make sure everything moves smoothly as possible. Is that correct?
Well, I mean, they're aware of what we need to know
Right.
by the end of the year. I hope that I can tell the teachers kind of what to expect
Well,
coming into the beginning of the year, but until we have the person actually doing the project, it may be a little unclear. So.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Mrs. Campbell?
All right. Hello again. Just a couple of updates. So we had our camp kindergarten last week. It was extremely successful. We had 150 families in total visit Silver Creek Primary. They participated in our scavenger hunt. They left with a bag of kindergarten readiness materials. It was amazing how many staff members we had that volunteered to be here above and beyond just the kindergarten team. We got a lot of really great feedback from families. So that was a success. It was a great evening. I also want to celebrate our art teacher, Mrs. Jennifer Herron. She has collaborated with the high school visual arts teacher, Mrs. Ruth Dowling. And earlier this week, and then again on Friday, our kindergarten students that completed a 2D drawing of monsters at the beginning of the year, we call them our Kinder Monsters. The art teachers collaborated, and the visual arts kids at the high school took those 2D pictures and made them into a 3D object. So for our kindergartners, they got to see their monster come to life. I know Dr. Briggs and Mr. Balmer, Ms. Hawkins were able to come over and see that, Ms. Granger as well. And, it wasn't a huge deal maybe to adults seeing it, but our kids loved it and they haven't stopped talking about it. And the art teachers just really worked hard, and it was really student driven. So it was a really neat moment to see our high school kids and our kindergartners, because usually they don't really interact. I think the high school kids were more scared than the kindergartners were. They just said, that's a lot of little kids. I'm like, yep, it is. So thank you to Mrs. Herron and Mrs. Dowling for making that happen. And then lastly, I just want to officially welcome Mr. Adams. I'm not sure I could articulate my excitement about him being here with us. He has been in the building and shadowing. He's a great fit for Silver Creek Primary, and we're all just really excited to welcome him. So thank you to your family for coming down, and Quinn has been such a champ over there all day, meeting all kinds of new people. So officially welcome, and thank you guys. Do you have any questions for me?
I want to see some of the 3D renderings. I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did our first half of kindergarten on Monday, yesterday, and then Friday will be our other half of our kindergartners. Definitely can't have more than 5 classes at one time, but
All right.
yeah,
Thank you
Sounds
so
like a neat
much.
experience.
thank you.
Thank you. Mrs. Myers is unable to join us tonight, so Mr. Balmer will share information from Silver Creek Elementary.
Yes, good evening. Thanks to Ms. Hawkins and Ms. Myers for getting the honors of reading their reports. I forgot to tell Ms. Hawkins I wasn't going to be at the Board of Finance meeting, so she was going to take care of that one. No, just joking. All right. Silver Creek Elementary report here. We would like to thank Sarah Dragu Smith for all her hard work this year leading the EL program at Silver Creek Elementary. This has had a direct impact on the students here at SCE. We would also like to congratulate the 15 students who passed WIDA and the exiting of the EL program. Their hard work and dedication to improving their reading, writing, speaking, and listening skills have paid off. 3 third graders, 5 fourth graders, and 7 fifth graders were part of that group. We are planning an EL graduation night at our group presentation room on Thursday, May 19th from 6 to 7. Great work to all. And it says, email Ms. Myers with questions. So.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Balmer. Ms. Granger?
Hi. I'm first going to follow up with some more track information. The high school has a unified track team, and that's a team where students with disabilities and without disabilities participate in one track team, and they travel to other schools and have track meets. yesterday I did not get to go to the track meet, but I was there before they left. These kids were so excited. It was really neat. And the coaches, I don't know if you know Mark Peterson and David Bradley, they're crazy. And they just really pumped the kids up. And then Tracy Collins helps facilitate that too. So that was just really neat. I don't know how they did last night. I meant to call and find out, but I didn't. The other thing is we have another parent night scheduled for May 19th, and that is Craig Lambert. He's with RAUC, and he works with the PREETS program, and that's pre-employment transition services for students age 14 and older. So he's going to present to parents on May 19th. And then just an update, iLearn is almost over. So that's it.
Well, thank you so much. And I remember when Dr. Eckert brought it to us that we were having a unified track team. I thought it was awesome. And so far, all we're hearing is wonderful things from the entire program. So kudos to the kids and the teachers helping, the coaches, and Dr. Eckert for putting that together. So it's really, really great. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kelly. Mr. Smith?
I wasn't prepared to say anything, but I'll say it. So I'll tell you guys how you spent your money. The staff will soon be receiving brand new Chromebooks with bags. Let's see. This summer we'll be rolling out a brand new phone system for the district. It's scheduled to go online June 15th. We've got a few bugs to work out between now and then, but should be okay. And then if everything works out, the supply chain is absolutely destroyed, but we should be rolling out new PCs across the district for all the staff. And we're going to be rolling out, hopefully, again with supply chain issues, our first touchscreen televisions, which will be replacing our smart boards and projectors across the district. We'll be rolling out 18 of those. So we'll get our feet wet there, and then we'll begin this building project. So we'll be buried under with everything. But any questions?
And we were kidding. We did see these things as we've approved them. But can you describe to me what the teachers will be receiving? Like what the device is like?
So the devices that we actually purchased, because we queried several of the teachers, and I guess we're all getting a little age on us, and they were complaining about the Chrome devices that they have today are 11-inch Chrome devices. We were able to procure 14-inch Chrome devices for all certified staff, so they're a larger Chrome device, and with a carrying bag that for protection. So,
What kind of? I think maybe she's also wondering what type of software and stuff we're putting on that.
on the Chromebooks, well, it's
Chromebooks don't hold software, do they?
yeah, it comes with Chrome OS, and then it's a Google platform,
Right.
so it's all the Google apps, and then anything not in the Google Play Store. We try to avoid that at all costs, but the App Store, we're going to try next year to get a tech committee together to start vetting apps to be able to be utilized more effectively. But they use it a lot in their rooms, so they're flipping the classroom so that they're able to move around the classroom and not be tied to their PC.
Perfect.
So.
Are they currently tied, like with the smart board? And do they?
No,
have to dock?
they're still using their Chrome devices today, but with a larger device. So hopefully that'll help them.
Gotcha.
Any other questions? Okay.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Jerry's been saving that up. Doesn't speak, and tonight he
I think it's
delivered.
first time.
You did.
Good. Mr. Balmer.
Sure. Yeah, I'll just echo what Jerry said and just kind of give him a pat on the back. There's obviously in the fast-paced world we live in with technology, there's a lot of need, and trying to keep up with that is more than taxing. So kudos to him on really not only putting together our current needs, but needs for the upcoming, leveraging and working for some financial options that make the most sense and most efficient for our corporation to meet those needs. So there's been while it's great and everybody's going to love the new devices that are coming, there has been a ton of work in the background by that man right there. So Jerry, thank you. To our retirees, I wish them all the best. Julie and Rhonda, speaking to them specifically, I worked at the middle school for several years as a teacher and in an administrative role. You could go on and on about their difference as far as curriculum, but teachers and people in the building have a much larger impact, and just those day-to-day interactions and what they do to the building and the ripple effects they send, both short-term and long-term, on how they interact with people. And those two right there are very showed up to that each day, so passionate about what they do. It was very contagious, but also they were very purposeful in making sure they made a difference in the lives of others beyond just curriculum. So they will be missed. We can only hope that we will replace them with someone who can make a fraction of the impact they've made on their students, staff, and community. End of the year, just want to wish all the teachers, staff in general. I know the students are smelling summer, so just wish you all the patience in the world. Thank you for what you do to get us through the end of the school year, and students, take it easy on them. We know we're excited to get to summer, but just a few more weeks. So thanks for everybody for that. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Congratulations to our retirees. Mr. Adams, congratulations to you. Welcome aboard. Looking forward to working with you. Congratulations to our English language learners and the adults, the staff, their families who work with them. Those were some impressive statistics. And I look forward to a future meeting when we can thank them in person. Hope the kids have a safe prom weekend. And so, yeah, as Mr. Balmer alluded to, it's a busy time of year. We're going to recognize our retirees as well as some other staff members this Thursday at our first annual staff celebration. So looking forward to that. And yeah, to Kelly's comments on the unified track, very, very impressive. And yeah, it's lived up to everything that we thought it would be and more. So glad to see that program going. Thank you.
Did you have something from Mr. Roundtree?
I did. You want me to go first
Sure.
on that? Okay. Mr. Roundtree is not able to be here this evening, but he did send along a message. He just wants to congratulate our staff and students on a successful year. The perseverance you all have had to overcome is remarkable. I was looking forward to the staff celebration on Thursday, celebrating our tremendous staff, but unfortunately, boys volleyball regionals is Thursday evening, and due to it being in the Indianapolis area, he'll want to attend, especially since his son is participating and his son is a senior. Speaking of seniors, congratulations to our senior class. I thank you for choosing Silver Creek, and I thank you for making us all proud. Best of luck to you all, and I know there is much more success in your future.
Ms. Bright or Mr. Basham?
I'd just like to make a comment for the board itself here in the next month. We're going to be pretty busy. As Christy and Al talked about, and Jonathan and Abby, with the projects, it's going to be some headaches for you all. I'm sure with Chad and Todd's help and stuff, we'll manage. Al, we might have to put petitions up in the old gym, but whatever it takes, the finished product, everybody, the community, staff is going to be real impressed with me personally. I might be a little biased where I've been around a long time, but I think our entrance to the high school is going to be more impressive than any in the area. It is really going to be sharp. So just bear with us the next few years, because there's going to be a lot of screaming, but we will get through it.
Yeah, and I just wanted to add on to what Dr. Briggs stated. I was really excited to see the 71% growth in the scale score for our English language learners. That was really exciting. So, yeah, that was great.
Yeah, and even looking at that, that was 4 times higher than last year. So that's, the numbers are really impressive. So that's really great to hear. Great to see. Thank you to all the teachers and staff, seniors. I wish you well in all the endeavors you have. Everybody out there, yes, we're going to have some growing pains going through the building projects, like Joe had mentioned. But guess what? We're going to get through it. The end product is we're going to be better, stronger, still have the same exact Silver Creek Dragons foundation we've always had. So I look forward to that. And Mr. Adams, congratulations, and get ready to take over here. All right, next meeting dates. May 11th, 2022, Silver Creek Primary, PDAC, 5:30. That's going to be a work session. May 23rd, 2022, Prosser Career Education Center. May 24th, 2022, Silver Creek Primary School PDAC 6:30 regular meeting. And then June 6th, 2022, Silver Creek Primary School PDAC 6:30 special meeting. Sorry, I do talk fast. Do we have an adjournment?
I so move.
Ms. Bright? And Joe seconds. All that in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed?
Thank you all for attending.